Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be today's topic video. It is going to be for the 10th of July. As always, you guys can enter to win a free read with me by writing the word compassion in the comment section, being a subscriber to my channel, and giving this video a thumbs up. Those three things get you entered to win, and I do choose one subscriber each week. I think I just did one, was it last night or the night before? Sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was yesterday's video that came out. So, all right, let's go ahead and jump on into this one though. We start out with the Four of Sacred Circles and the Queen of Sacred Circles. So first off, lots of earth energy. So we've got a lot of heavy Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We've got right now a Queen of Pentacles who is holding on, but also could be holding back. The reason I'm saying holding on and holding back at the same time is because you notice how this figure is sitting here, but there's this huge smoke cloud around them, and it's kind of this ghostly thing. It's almost like we are seeing that a lot of time has passed. This could be a Queen of Pentacles who's saying, I'm not getting any younger. I really, I don't want to repeat cycles in my life. And yet she's kind of lost in memory, but there may be one key thing that she needs to pull out of those memories. Maybe that's why it's lingering, because this person is kind of like smoking a peace pipe here. They're trying to like maybe bring a sense of peace, calm, and meditation into themselves so that they can peacefully access the memories that cloud them, or the things that linger. And the only reason I'm suggesting it this way is because this is a little ominous, kind of the figure that the smoke is making. So I feel like there's something trapped in her memory that is a really key component of something that she needs to go back into her memory in order to release something, because she's been holding on to it, but also holding back from it. What is the big message that is somewhere locked in her memory? This is something that getting to this memory or getting to this understanding seems like a key component for her to grow. Two of Staves in the reverse. It's about no longer being at a crossroads. If she's been stuck, she's been holding herself stagnant, she's aware that I'm holding back. I don't want to repeat cycles, but I'm also not allowing myself to create new adventures or new cycles. So she's kind of, I really think that she's evaluating passage of time. Doesn't mean that she, and by the way, this can be a masculine just as easily as a feminine here, but I'm going to keep saying she only because that card is depicting a she. But remember, we're talking energies, not genders. So the divine feminine energy within our lead character is assessing, like, life is only so long, and it's very precious, and what I do with my time really matters. So am I making the most of it? She's an abundant person. She's got lots of ideas. She's someone who tends to utilize her resources well, which is probably also why she's very astute at assessing, am I using my time wisely? And she's finding, no, there's something that is still lingering, that's troubling me. There's somewhere locked in my memory bank is something that I am both holding on to and holding back from. What is it? It is this. It's the awareness that I've been sitting at a crossroads. What is the crossroad about? I don't want to say she's chiding herself. She's just saying in her own mind, have you let yourself move on from something? Are you aware that it's time to not procrastinate on some particular topic of life? What is that topic? Six of Swords in the reverse. A hurt, a pain. She stayed here's what I would say. There's sometimes when we have a song that can play and it floods us with memories, and sometimes floods us with really like memories of anxiety, memories of stress. There are certain songs that I will never listen to in this lifetime again for exactly those reasons. Is that something that I need to probably release, deal with? It is what it is, right? It's not running from memories. It's just, I don't like those songs because I associate it with certain memories. I can go through the memories, but do I want to? No, that's something that I associate with a different part of my life that I'm well beyond. So just because something triggers a memory doesn't mean that we're actually still obsessed over it or that it's really holding us back, but it is important to maybe acknowledge. But with this card being in the reverse, she has not moved on from something painful. This is like when I think back about whatever happened with me and my ex, I get all up in my head. I feel just the same sadness. I relive whatever anxiety, trauma, pain, and that's, this card should be one of going into this peaceful state of mind and leaving behind conflict. This is where I can't forget the conflict. What was a conflict about? What was a conflict about? There's something here that's heavy for her, and she really is aware that I gotta not stand at a crossroads every time that this memory comes in my mind and I relive it. Six of Staves in the reverse. There's a feeling of a missed opportunity, or she is a really high achiever who really puts way too much on her shoulders and says, I didn't do good enough. I should have done better. This could be somebody who totally picks themselves apart. This could be somebody who's not allowing themselves to take the next step forward in life because they keep saying, yeah, but I failed at that thing. You know, I didn't achieve what I should have. This is like, remember, I'm going to disagree with her completely right now. Sassy Kate, Mama Kate is coming in to sit her down and give her a big sissy talk and say, darling, you're a Queen of Pentacles in the upright. You're amazing. Everything that you do to the best of your ability. If something didn't work out, it ain't because you didn't work hard enough. It's because it wasn't supposed to be yours, or it's because there was no way that could have worked. It wasn't for lack of effort. It wasn't like she didn't fail, I guess, is the major thing here. She didn't fail, but she keeps feeling there was a missed opportunity, possibly either because she feels like she didn't do a good enough job. And so she stresses herself out when she thinks about something that is still like a thorn in her side, and that is preventing her from actually taking the next step forward in her own life. Like, could have instilled a little feeling of, either unfinished business or, everybody's gone after something in their life and they maybe changed their mind halfway there and said, no, I don't want this after all. And then later chided themselves and said, I should have stuck with that. I should have stuck with that. And it's like, yeah, but there was a reason that, our heart, soul, mind, and body said, stop, this ain't for you. Maybe it wasn't the right time, or maybe it really was not the right path for us. But if we then go back later and start, basically, like mentally chiding ourselves about, well, you should have stuck with that. You should have done this. You should have done that. It's almost like, why would we second guess all of our choices? Because something moved us to walk away from a situation that we put in at least some effort into initially, then changed our mind. Why keep flipping and, beating ourselves up over the thing that we walked away from? There was a reason that we walked away from something. So either she in particular would not be somebody who makes whimsical decisions. What she does with a sense of gravitas. This is somebody who weighs and measures things heavily before she makes decisions. Now, say this is, sorry, we're going to go down the road of talking a little bit about exes for a second. If there is a sense of anxiety that pops up going, I'm single, I don't know what happened with a past relationship, and I can't help but still sometimes be overwhelmed with a sense of, my God, did I miss out on the greatest love story of my life? And it becomes this overwhelming, like anxiety inducing thought. Again, here's my answer to that. She's a freaking catch. She's a Queen of Pentacles in the upright. If someone did not race in and snatch this person up, masculine or feminine, anyone who shows up in this energy, anyone who shows up at all as a king or a queen energy in the upright, emperors and empresses, those are amazing people. Those are people that are together. Those are people that have a ton to offer. Those are people that if someone does not race in and snatch up a person like that and become their mate, it's because they were not a match for this mate. So it wouldn't have been impossible for this to have worked out, because this is not somebody who, in the upright, this is not somebody who's like damaged goods and, like, okay, on one hand, we all are, right? Because we're all scarred, we're all bruised. That's what happens in life. But I'm talking about the quality of this character. This is somebody who they put in their best energy all the time. They're giving, they think about others. They're someone that anyone would be lucky to have as a partner. And if someone did not reciprocate or did not, step up to the plate and say, I really want you to be my partner, it ain't because this Queen of Pentacles wasn't good enough to be their partner. It's because there was a mismatch here. So for her to keep worrying that, but I failed at something, it was a missed opportunity, this was supposed to maybe have been my great love, this was supposed to have been my amazing partner, this would say, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry, I don't have another way to say it, but she didn't miss out on anything. There was a reason this didn't work out. Let's go down that road. I got to ask, what was the reason that something didn't work out? Even though I still don't know exactly what side, the death card, something had to end. It was outside of her control also. The reason something had to end is because a transformation had to take place. Maybe her own, maybe somebody else's. Maybe she never would have gone down this new road that she's headed down, or had these revelations had something else not ended. But maybe, not every journey is about us. Sometimes it's about the other person. Sometimes we are part of their journey through transformation, and it isn't about us at all. Other times it may be all about us, right? We certainly influence each other when we interact. But if this story is one where she's really sitting here assessing her life right now and assessing, I realize that I want to do more with my life. I want to experience life more fully. There's a ton of things I want to pour my energy into. And she could also be in a mindset where it's like, the clock is ticking. I don't want to be single anymore. I want to be with somebody. I want to be in a loving relationship. I want to be somebody's grandparent. I want to, someday I want to be old and wrinkled and holding hands with somebody. Or, maybe this is somebody who's already in a different phase of their life. And they're like, I have my grandkids and that's wonderful, but I want a partner beside me. So is there something holding me back? Yeah, a fear that what if I missed my opportunity for great love already? This says absolutely that was not missed. Instead, it was something that was destined to end. Whatever happened before had to end for a reason, and it was for a really good reason. It was because it's the only way things could actually get better. It's the only way we can maybe meet the right person, or it's the only way that we could come to this moment in time where we're thinking these thoughts, and we have to think these thoughts and become this person before we're going to be able to mesh with the person that we're really going to have our greatest and highest good with, because that's really the ultimate goal, right? Hopefully everybody is always saying, universe, I want to receive whatever is in my greatest and highest good. But then we also have to remember that if we say those things, that really means we have to allow the greatest and good to come in. That doesn't mean it's what we said we wanted. It means sometimes we fall for somebody who is amazing looking, smelling, sounding, and you know what? Toxic as hell. Was that for our greatest and highest good? No, it was not. So that person gets swept out of our life because that's not what we ordered. We asked the universe for whatever is in our greatest and highest good. But it's really hard to be like, but no, I wanted it to be them. I just want them to be healthy. And I want that person who smells good, looks good. Everything's good other than being toxic. I just want them to not be toxic. It's not the way that works, though. We unfortunately don't get to say, well, I want them, but I want them to be different. So this is a situation where somebody, it had to end, and it was destined to end because it was a mismatch, at least at that point in time. But remember, this card says it's a mismatch. It had to end, but only to give rise to something else amazing, something else new, something else fresh. This could be a transformation that a character is going through, or this could be a transformation that she is going through. She's going to use her time really wisely. Why did we have to have that death card? Why was it destined to end? Why did something need to end? Ooh. Wheel of Fortune said, because she's stuck. She would have been stuck. They would have been stuck. Whatever the situation was, there was no growth here. Not unless there could be a full-on ending. I almost want to say that whatever the situation was, say it was a relationship, it might have drained her resources and literally ground her life to a screeching halt. It could have been a huge financial loss. It could have been, sometimes if we partner with a person who they're still in a state of like going through their lessons. So, I'll use the word karmic lesson. All I mean is that when somebody, everything that we do, every action that we take, at least this is my opinion of karma, okay? And I don't mean I'm right. I'm just going to share this because this is my perspective. Every action we have creates a reaction. And I like to use this example. Like if I walked into a grocery store and I was super rude to a checker, super rude, right? The checker's going to be like, Kate's a jerk. Like, I don't want to wait on her next time she comes in this store. So now the next time I come in, she takes one glance at me and she's like, I ain't waiting on Kate. And she puts a little sign up that says she's closed. So now I got to go stand behind 20 people at some other register because that woman won't wait on me. That's my karma, right? I was a jerk to her. And the reaction is the reputation I've now earned is one of being a beast. And so they don't want to deal with me, right? So my karma is I have to stand in a longer line now, but it's not like the universe punished me. It's because of what I did. That's how I look at karma. So say this queen had a person in her life and things didn't work out with them. But what was maybe unknown to her is that they might have been dealing with a ton of choices that they'd made already prior to ever knowing her. And that resulted in a whole bunch of repercussions, or substitute the word karma. So as they're needing to go through their karma, she doesn't need to go through their karma. The universe is like, no, this part's not for you, sweetheart. So I'm removing you from that because they got other stuff to do. Otherwise, you're going to get tangled up in their bogged down lessons. Maybe they were deep in debt and had to work really hard to pay out debt. Maybe there's, just all kinds of stuff that her life might have literally been kind of like dragged down if she was trying to assume their responsibilities that they accrued through their own karma. So the universe separates them. That's kind of what it looks like to me here. This is why something had to end, because it couldn't move forward. So what's her lesson in all this? Because remember, she's already taking stock of things. She's already saying, I want to do a bunch with my life. Life is short and I have dreams and I have things that I want to accomplish. Have I been bogged down though? Yeah, I think I kind of have been. I've kind of been letting something get in the way. I've kind of been holding on to this worry that I've missed an opportunity, or what if I take a step forward, maybe with a different lover, maybe with somebody else, and then I blow my chance of being with this great person who things fell apart with. And oh my gosh, what if that was a sense of like, I've missed my opportunity, or I'm going to if I take a step forward. This is like, hey, I'm not going to go out tonight because I want to stay home in case that person calls me. And it's like, it's been 3 years and we haven't heard from this person. Like, that's probably not a great choice. Like that's the kind of thing. And I'm not saying she's holding herself back to that extent because she's in the upright, but it's more like in the back of her mind. Like, am I really ready to go ahead and move forward? I think I've been kind of holding myself back because I keep feeling like there was a missed opportunity, and it gives me like a wave of sorrow or anxiousness. But it wasn't a missed opportunity. It had to end because it couldn't move forward, not the way it was. So what's the message for her right now? What's the message for her in the actions she'll be taking moving forward, right? I just love the fact that this is such a sense of relief that there's not anything that she's missed out on. Strength card. Be bold, move forward. She is super powerful. She is super courageous. She's already a queen in the upright. Take a leadership role. Go ahead and step forward, and whatever road it is that she's interested in putting herself out there, she's got all the tools she needs to be super successful. Very alluring. This is, Leo energy. This is all about, but it's taking a step forward in her own life and doing whatever it is that she'd been kind of worried about or kind of stressed out about. It's like, no, shed all those worries. She didn't miss a great opportunity. It's only now. Or let's go back to that earlier storyline that I was suggesting, where I was like, maybe this is a situation where she really grades herself really hard and says, I didn't stick with a former career and maybe I messed up and maybe I should have done that. And the universe is like, no, that former career would have ended anyway. That whatever it was that she was in college for something, going to learn something, and then changed her mind and said, I don't want this. the universe is like, it wouldn't have gone right for you anyway. That's intuitively, you already knew that. That's why you walked away from it. It would have been something that actually took you down the wrong path. You wouldn't have been happy, or something would have bogged you down. Instead, who she is today is this free, powerful, fearless, capable individual. So in this storyline, the universe says, don't spend any time thinking about water under the bridge. Only look at who you are today and where you're headed, because where you're going is wherever you choose to go. But the most important thing is that she has every skill set that she needs, and there has not been a missed opportunity. What happened with the situation that was a missed opportunity? I don't know if this was a person or a job, or, like I say, it could have been so many different things. Ooh, no wonder this was taken out of her life. We have got the 7 of Swords sideways, and we got the 8 of Staves in the reverse. They're still, whoever this is in a place of dishonesty, or whatever the situation is. There's lack of transparency. There's no action being taken by this other individual. So if this was like a missed opportunity that she keeps thinking, did I miss a shot with a wonderful love of my life? Right now, this says, well, if someone is not stepping up to speak, then it's because they're not speaking from the heart, or they don't have anything to say. But this card would suggest it's because somebody is not honest. And there's no point in hearing things that are not going to be honest. Now, granted, you could say, well, Kate, I'm listening to your fictional story. There's no truth in this either. No, a fictional story is only for food for thought. That's what my art is all about. It's all about, different perspectives, and it's just all about entertainment. So bear that in mind. I don't mean to tell you how anybody's life is, or what's going on with anyone, but I do think that this brings up some good questions, like philosophical questions here of, okay, so if our lead character has been worried that she missed an opportunity, and all of this points to no, she didn't. And I ask the question, well, what happened with that missed opportunity anyway? If we haven't heard from it and we never knew the answer to it, in this case, it's like, maybe because we weren't supposed to know. Either it was a person who was not ever truthful, and that's why they're not speaking up now either. They may care about her, but they can't say it out loud. Or they might have never been truthful, and they're still not going to be. If it's about a job, or if it's about a direction of that path of life that she chose not to. Again, what if, this looks like it would have been a dead end, because there's no real movement forward. So it's like, just because we say she had finished some pathway for a career and she gets into it, but there's really no promotion. There's really no growth. She hasn't had a raise in 10 years. If she had taken that road, that might have been the outcome, with no real clarity in sight of, like, is this where I'm meant to be? Instead, the person she is today, because this was the missed opportunity, quote unquote, missed opportunity that was not a missed opportunity. There's no point in looking at what could have been, because all that matters is who she is today and where she can now still go. And it's basically anywhere she wants to go. She's really unburdened in this storyline. That's what this is all about. I would say that the moral of this story is, instead of always looking back and wondering if we missed a really terrific, think of it this way. Say you have an opportunity. You can either go to a movie with a friend, or you can, go to a live concert with a different friend, and you have to make the choice. So you choose, whatever, I'm going to go to this live concert. And then the whole time, if you're sitting there going, what if that movie was really good? And what if going out with that other friend, we could have, really bonded? Then basically we're throwing away this amazing experience of hearing this live music, maybe getting up dancing, maybe meeting somebody else on the dance floor, maybe meeting the love of our life there. It's almost like there's no point in thinking about the fact that we didn't go to that movie tonight. We already made a choice, or the choice was kind of made for us. And why don't we just enjoy the live band right now? That's kind of what it's about. And why don't we get up and dance? Let's not just sit on the sidelines. We're here, there's music playing, and there's a dance floor. That's what we're supposed to get involved with. So that's the way I look at this story. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of the characters and the storyline. I really enjoyed this one. This is a fun one. As always, you guys, thank you so much for being a part of my world. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And I will see you guys again later. Bye.